Canberra house price growth. So certainly the house price growth in Canberra is fading along with all the other capital city markets because of that lack of drive from lower interest rates, falling interest rates. Still a top performing capital, as we saw it had worked its way above the other smaller capitals in growth rates, and it still provides significant affordability advantages. Significant affordability advantages. We are in Sydney. New York at the south. So let's have a look at the journey for Canberra's house prices just quickly. And they've actually been quite over, we look at these sort of numbers in 3 or 4 years' time, think, well, that's great, 7%. Wow, that's better. But with other capital city markets, we're now starting to see an easing in price growth because you can't, regardless of the level of demand, you can't push up house prices unless interest rates are falling or your incomes are growing. Interest rates are flat, incomes are flat, prices will be flat, prices grow. Flat, but not falling over the median term. So we've seen house and unit prices in Canberra moving together, but of course we've had a record supply chain for apartments, which means more supply in the market, and it's the same when we look at the Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane charts comparing units and houses, that houses have generated the most growth because of this drive from higher development into units. But interestingly enough, when we look at the, despite that record level of growth, we're still seeing actual positive outcomes in units. Despite more units, just about, than we've ever had before in Canberra, prices are still rising. Prices are still rising. So let's have a look at Canberra versus the other capital city markets. Median, just over $700,000. Sydney, $1,065,000. That's a 30% premium over Sydney.
There's a waterfront. There's a waterfront.
There's a lake. That's water. So, yeah, there we go. There's no water in Canberra. Oh, there's actually. Yeah. So we can still see that Canberra offers clear affordability advantages. Similarly, of course, with units, and that's even more profound. The comparison with the median unit prices in Canberra versus the other major capital. Median in Canberra is below that of Brisbane. That was going for the most important thing you're going to learn tonight, and that is about yield. Okay? That's what I'm going to start asking questions. I'm even going to ask a question of you. No. So Canberra rental market is super tight. Wouldn't you say that, Mike? It's super tight. It's now the most expensive. Did you know that Canberra is now the most expensive place to rent a house in the country? And units will follow houses, as they did in Sydney. In Sydney, the median rent for a house is $550 a week. In Sydney, the median rent for a unit is $550 a week. Because what happens when you can't afford the house, you take the next option, which is the unit. And we've seen that evolve in Sydney over the last 3 years. We've seen that evolve. And the same thing will happen in Canberra. Because people have to return. You see, we have a lot of conversation about the first home buyers, right? And we had lots of government policies a year ago at the last budget that were designed to improve affordability because of the poor old first home buyer, right? So we forget about the tenant. Who's looking after the tenant? You know, the tenant that no one is saying that the same issues. I get calls in from people I know, saying, look, a friend of mine has got their name down to rent a place wherever. Do you know someone? Do you know the agent? Can you ring the agent, please, and ask him, blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. But I do, it's serious. I get people ringing me up asking me to intervene with agents so that a friend or a family member can secure a rental property in Sydney. It's that bad. And I've been told that agents are now drawing the successful tenant out of the house because they can't differentiate. Okay? It's terrible. We have a crisis for tenants in this country. We do. Even the markets which have been affected by the mining boom, the finish of the mining boom in Darwin and Perth, are starting to see their vacancy rates fall. we can see that the median rent for a house in Canberra is now the same as Sydney. Now, unit isn't the same, but like I said, people got to live somewhere. And rents will continue to rise because demand is well ahead of supply. And of course, renters don't rely on interest rates or income growth. I mean, a landlord can say, oh, I'm happy to pay 80% of your income. What do I get? As long as you pay me every week. There's no counterbalancing from a bank that makes you say, well, most banks anyway, up to law commission. They say you cannot borrow above this limit because that's what your income is. Or you must provide us with 10%, 20% deposit. For a tenant, there's no restrictions other than your profile for securing a rental property. So this is the vacancy rates for Canberra houses. I'm tracking it at 0.8%. So house vacancy rates are very low.